God, I need to get better introductions. I'm not very good at them. For the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This is the third. This is the third Shadowrun game, so it'd be 3 weeks. Not 3 weeks since I started streaming, like 2.5 weeks basically. And we are back again with some Shadowrun Returns Dead Man's Switch. Last time we left off, we had just found some artifacts for the shaman to speak to the dead, and then we got a call from our friend Coyote to go help her to take down a chip lab, not a drug lab. I mean, chips are technically a type of recreational drug, computer drug, and we are going to carry on playing it. Yeah, I don't really have anything more to say. We're just going to jump straight in and continue with our quest with Wildfire. Though we don't have that many fire spells, but hey. If I was actually playing this in game, I would have a lot more fires, like a tabletop game. Okay. The cluster of decapitated, dilapidated buildings where Coyote told you to meet her appeared to the remnants of a public housing project. The building looks like a cesspool filled with human debris. You find her standing with a pecker on a street corner, eyeing the roof. Eyeing the roofs, the doors, the windows. Despite his attempts to engage her, Coyote barely says a word as the three of you wave your way through the tenants. She walks purposely, her new cybernetic hand flexing open and closed with each step. It's unclear whether the action is voluntary or not. You circle around the back of the building, and Coyote jumps up, grabs a bottle of the bottom rung of a fire escape ladder and pulls it down. Okay, we didn't get finished. I'm just gonna say, since I did talk about like actual tabletop Shadowrun, this could just be me, but with any goddamn tabletop system, which is like points, like Shadowrun is, like yeah, with a certain amount of points you can escalate to powers, skills and stuff, there never seems to be enough, no matter how much you're given. The orc looks twitchy, his eyes roll back in his head, he scans the three of you, looks past to see if there are any others, licks his lips and nods throughout as you're going through some internal checklist. Hoi hoi, how you doing? Good day for a trip, aren't it? She leans in, whispers in your ear. This guy's a clocker, trades work, time for chips. Part salesman, part lookout, probably has a signal device for some of the guys inside. You wanna go on a ride? You just let me in. I'll see you around after this, probably see you lots. Am I like at full health? I think I am. Oh yeah, I'm at 30 health, nice. And as well as I got his air barrier, which some cover and AP damage. I got this and no mind. I'll see. Mine wipe's gonna be interesting. I've also got one spirit control, don't I? If it'd be this. Yeah, spirit control 3. I'm fairly good with spirits. The woman is probably in her 30s, but had a hard times have aged her. She looks up with you with concern. Don't do it, friend. Don't slow that dreck they're selling. BTLs are killers. They're theirs most of all. We're looking for a kid named Jorno. No? Who doesn't? He's here all the time. Jorno's a clocker, trades his time for chips. Like their little errand boy. I saw him go in there this morning. Hasn't come out, so I imagine he's riding a dream trip. Do you have a pass card to get in there? No, but Jamniel does. My son's card. Took it off his when his brain fried. Jamniel's down the hall. Don't know if he'll give it up, but that's between you and him. Okay, I gotta go. The sinless are free. Ancients always watch. Lone Star's always watching. Dandelion ears. Dandelion ears, I'm pretty sure is like a racial thing for racial slur for elves, if I remember correctly. It's not a very nice thing to say, but elves got like way off better than any other. Oh, hey Sharon. Sorry, I didn't see you coming. Yeah, Shadowrun. Hello 1100. Like, oh yeah, I mean, we're not an elf. Do we have any elves? What races do we have in our party right now? I'm a human. We're all human right now. Yeah, we're all human, and dragons runs everything back. Yeah, dragons run everything back. Well, yeah, some dragons do. But elves got better. Elves got better off than most meta humans when the switch happened. They're not like treated like orcs and trolls. We're not an elf. That's not all. See in the bottom right. No, we are not an elf. We are human. Meta human. That's what they're called. Yeah, meta humans are just the general term for like human but magical. Like, yeah, just the creatures. The races you play in the game are technically meta-human. So there are variants, like geography variants, like sometimes instead of becoming a normal troll, I think it is, like if you live in Ireland you might become a bioluminescent troll. Yeah, slight reflection on terms. Yeah, but we're just a human mage shaman hybrid at the moment. Jamiel looks at his Jamiel has a look of a long-term shiphead. It's in hollowed eyes but hungry and desperate. What you looking at? I heard you have a pass card. Yeah, you heard right. I'm selling them at a discount. Charlie charges 15 union, but I can get you free. I was thinking 75. And I was thinking of Sloth. Maybe you should hand it over. His lips curls. This is a Baron's, Ome. You want it, you take it. Okay, we're getting straight into a fight. Okay, ouch. Ouch. Okay, this is a bit early of a fight than I wanted, and I'm already down to half health. Do I have... Okay, I do have, like, 2 med kits. First off, we're going to heal ourselves. Which doesn't do much, and we are going to lightning... Okay, we're going to lightning blast this guy. This guy's got a bat, but we're going to switch to a gun. I'm going to try and get rid of this guy first. I do like the fact they went with XCOM style combat. That's an interesting thing to do for what on all terms else plays like a classic like a classic RPG. No, that won't really help right now. I forgot to bring haste. Hang on, we're gonna get this guy out of there a bit because I want to blow that area up with my magic. So we're gonna get this and blow it up with our magic. Does this person have Overwatch? I don't know. No, they don't. Do they have it on their pistol? No, they don't. Okay, none of our team has Overwatch. That's kind of not great. He's gonna reload. Grenade, ouch. I took one. Okay, ow, I'm almost dead. That's not good. Let's heal up. I forgot to bring haste, which is a big problem right now, because I can't really do much. If I had haste, I would be able to like get 2 turns, which would be very useful. But I don't have haste, so we're just gonna run her around here. She has a shotgun, so yeah, no. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that didn't go well. Restart level. I'm just gonna jump through the dialogue quickly. But right now we're in the story. We're helping our No, blah blah blah. Okay. Good job. We're just jumping through dialogue because done this. We're helping our friend Coyote here save their friend from a drug lab, basically. Their brother, I think, or cousin. It's one of those. And that while the drugs is called BTLs, which are basically computer chips which you slot inside your brain to live a a better life, basically. It's an alternate reality kind of thing. I can go talk to this one. We're not going to try and fight them again. I'm going to just buy them because Nadine Kinjora. Let's get in there. What kind of guards do you have, please? She looks around. They're serious. They're backed by the Yakuza, the Japanese mafia. Oh man. What kind of firepower? That guy at the door, Charlie, he sells the passes to get in. He's not tough, blind in one eye. The other 5 or so wandering around, 2 of them are bad news, covered in magic symbols, mean. 5 or 6, that's not that bad. We have surprise on our side. Any chip? Yeah, look. I don't know what ancients are referring to here. Like that's like an anarchist A. But I can't recall what that's referring to. Because I'm not a huge expert on the Shadowrun lore. I do know a bit about it, but I'm not like super expert. I'll buy pass cards. Okay. People hear things. You heard right. Sure, we'll take them. No, we can't go to. We've got to talk to Charlie first. Oh, well, we had charisma. Damn it. We didn't need to lose money. Forgot. Need a pass, 1500 nuyen. Told you. Can I get you, please? You can. I'm just mumbling. Sorry. Need a pass, 50 nuyen each. 150 nuyen for a lot of it. That'll let you come and pass as you go. Please. You can chip in there, and you'll wait. Keep you safe while you ride. BTL chips separate costs, about 3 hours, prices vary, but I'll buy those inside. I just charisma away. Sure, the math works for me. See you when you get out. Didn't need to waste 100 nuyen, which is a shame, because 100 nuyen is a lot of money. Actually, no, it's not. How much money do we have? We have quite a bit of cash. This is going to start fight soon, so I'm just checking. Yeah, we have like 7,000. You enter a floor of the tenants that have been given out into chaos of technology and squalor. Across the room, a chromed-out decker argues loudly with an armed thug. Abruptly, silence falls as they turn towards you. The shotgun-wielding thug squeaks in a panic. It's the crew that took out CVJ's place. I told you, it's only a matter of time. The man with a cyberdeck calmly speaks with a highly digitized voice. You messed with the wrong BTL lab, ahoy. This is a Yakuza operation. I push a button and can make these tweakers go into my personal kill puppets. You're fragged. Wildfire, don't attack the chip heads. They don't know what they're doing. And you can't hurt Jonah. No civilian casualties, got it. I have a concussion grade. Might be better than frying those turkers in the middle. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't have took like the whole magic grenade power. Okay, big problem is we're not a decker. We don't have a decker right now. But we're gonna try this. I don't exactly know what's going to do in that case. So we're going to get this guy in this color. He's got a bat, which isn't that useful. And we got to take out this guy in the back, basically. We got to take out the guy in the back because he has the deck. And I'm not in cover, I just realised. Like, I'm not too worried about it. But, I mean, hey. Okay, so glad that was a shotgun. Okay, first off, we're gonna get into cover. How far away do we need to be? We need to... Sure, we're gonna summon this. We summoned a monster. An apocalypse spirit. Okay. We're gonna run it in here. Cause I'm pretty sure people come out of there. We're gonna go with the long shot again. Okay. I'm gonna run her around so we can like take out this guy. I just need a slow refreshment. Ouch. Okay, I can heal that pretty easily. Okay, 2 6s. Sure, I can deal with that. Sorry, I'm just shifting around. Did my model get screwed up there? Okay, God, it did. Let me just check. Okay, cool. That's fine. Why am I looking down? I'm not actually looking down. Okay, we'll deal with this. Okay, so it's my turn. I'm gonna jump behind cover. Sure, I can allow this thing to go around page. I know people come out of here, so that's why I'm a bit cautious. Damn, this thing. We can just like kill this guy. I do want to get this creature away from me because he is a very dangerous when he does get free. Okay, come on, okay, he's out of ammo. Okay, just need to get over there. He's my nice guy. Okay, yeah, see, people did come out of there. Let's go with Spirit, sure. Let's take out the guy with a sword. Just saying, if you're on a setting with guns and some guy's coming at you with a sword, they're probably not great news. Just my personal thing, because if they're not using a gun, that means they kind of know what they're doing with a sword. That's fine. Oh, actually, hang, and we need to go with it. Okay, cool. Ooh, we're gonna have to forcefully end it because none of us have decking. And I don't think she's in range of any. Wow. Okay. Damn. Okay, we got this one person left. We got 2 people left. I can just zap you with magic, and this is getting a really high chance of escaping, so this is like the last time I'm actually gonna use it. Does it have anything like, okay, okay, targets cannot move. Okay, we're just gonna banish it now because it's getting a little feisty to keep under our control. Is this person like an enemy? Yakuza mage. Wow, this mage done nothing. Okay, I'd expect this mage have done something by this point. But they really haven't. Okay, they healed themselves for that health. And they missed on the... Okay, because I just want to mess with this guy. This has no need. I'm just... This battle's over anyway. So this guy can't... Like, if this guy goes through the orbs, if he doesn't die this turn, he can't do anything. I'm keeping him trapped behind like a wall of wind. He did heal, so he might have... Okay, cool. That's the last of them. One over... No, okay, oh, I don't know how to do all that. Okay. Whoops. I'm getting messed around. I'm getting screwed up. Okay. God, there's still in combat turns. What? That explains that. Oh, we got 2 karma. Nice. You eject the BTL Jorno's been riding. He gasps suddenly. His eyes fly open. He looks confused. Worse than other chipheads you've seen, his lips are white and chapped. His eyes sunken in his head. There's vomit on his shirt and sweat on his forehead. When he speaks, his words are slurred and blurred and burnt. What the hell? Who slid me? Who slid me out? Who fragging slotted me out? Coyote is shaking. She looks horrified. Juno, it's me, Clara. Juno looks at her with gazed eyes, no recognition. Slot me back in, god damn it. This is bullshit. I don't want to be here anymore. Slot me back in. He looks around the room angrily. His hands reach for his implants. Coyote grabs his wrist to stop him. Jono, no. Coyote, be careful. Jono wrenches his wrist from Coyote's gasp, and he staggers back, reaches under his shirts and pulls out a gun. Coyote watches him, horrified, with tears in her eyes. Jono waves around, blinking wildly. Back off! Just back the hell off! Take it easy, Jono. We're backing off. He presses his hand to the side of his head, his fingers still on trigger, squinting. What the hell is wrong with you people? We're trying to help you. This is the way you want to help me? Look at this place. Look at me. He looks around the squall of the room, then glimpses his own reflection in the machinery. Goes, oh, good. Look at me. There are drugs that can help you, Jono. We can go slow. He looks at Coyote. Looks at you. Well, we'll go slow. Drugs are always the answer. Yeah, I mean, yeah. God damn, it's my model messing up. Why do I always? I need to figure out why my model is always looking down. That's a pain. Drugs always the answer. I mean, this is cyberpunk, so it's probably something I can help him. It's just whether he has enough money to buy it. He drops the gun, and Paco quickly scoops it up. Coyote grabs him fiercely. To be honest, offering drugs to a guy in a flop house is probably a good way of getting him to listen. True, very true. We're trying to get this guy out alive, which I think we succeeded at. And Paco quickly scoops it up. Coyote grabs him fiercely. He slumps into her arms, and she rocks with him for a long time, her head buried in his shoulders. When she looks up and locks eyes with you, there's the deepest gratitude reflected in her face. We're done here. I'm done. We don't need to step foot in one of these places ever again. We haven't got to the worst things about BLTs yet, because like if you get one, they can rewrite your entire personality if it's the correct type of chip, which is terrifying to me. Sharon's plan is the best lead that you've got to find out more about the Ripper. But getting back into the warehouse is going to require some support in case the Drek hits the fan. Seamstress Union will have exactly what you need. A fixer, finding the necessary middleman and dealer broker is key for most plans involving Shadowrunners. A good fixer is worth the new game. It's their job to have contacts and know who's good at what. They'll put together a team you need. Magical support, skilled street samurai with muscle, or a Nova Hot Decker for Matrix work. Free drugs slide. It's okay, you can trust me. I did actually have while they didn't have any drugs, actually they might have had an addiction to caffeine, because that's something you can build in character creation. They were a Shadowrunner who just lived in a white van because they didn't have any cash for like a apartment or anything after character creation. So I was like, they're just living in like this van which has like military grade armory in the back of it. Cherry Bomb flags you down as you walk through the door. Hey Wildfire, there's a woman looking for you. Jessica something. She's waiting for you by the stage. Drugs. No. I mean, we don't have any. I don't think my character has like the character in the game has, but no magic cyberpunk drugs at the moment. Here's a woman looking for you, Jessica, something. In the van, climb into this dog. She's waiting for you by stage, bro. I type, wouldn't order anything, wouldn't touch anything. I think she's afraid of disease or something. Why is the bar so empty? We don't get much action in the early afternoon, just a few salarymen slumming Taurusville and hoping to talk to Madam Sinful and the die-hard regulars. Madam Sinful, that's what the downtown folks call Miss Kabuta. It's a Taurusville thing. They like her to have an annoying name like that. I got in, but the coyote's cleaning the back. Mr. Delilah is hanging out in his usual place. Ravenia's are downstairs, coming in a few minutes after me. Oh, Brett's here. Don't you think you met him yet? Who's Brett? Brettle. John Brettle. Big presence in the bar. He's big and biz connected. You might want to meet him. Is that guy still bothering you? You mean my ex Shane? Yeah. No, he hasn't been around here since last time. No one calls or pages or handwritten notes either. Weird. He's so persistent. I guess he's finally got the message. Maybe he's been listening to someone at the Universal Brotherhood and settled down. I'm gonna look around. Or he's joined an evil goddamn cult and they've mind washed him. Is probably the most likely case in that. Full of life and quick smile. Hey lady, what's getting? I think, like, I can't tell. Like, I can't tell, because, like, I don't know everything about Shadowrun, but I'm pretty sure, like, these characters where they call out by name are probably big lore characters. I have no idea who they are, if they are. A little of this, a little of that. I heard that, Ome. I might have something for you if you got the new in. Time is money, and I'm listening. Have you ever heard of the Nephilim Network? Of course you have. As an England-known lady like you, you've heard of the Primer Mech team out there. If you say so. We're tight unit. We cost a bit more than common rabble, but we're worth it. Okay, so basically saying we can hire better Shadowrunners for money. More expensive Shadowrunners for more money. I'm a very busy man, show me something worth my time. Dave from BTS, Renroku would pay to keep it quiet, but Ares would likely pay to know where it is. I've got 800 new yen for something like that. Yeah, I've actually got my stuff's coming in handy. I know you'll double dip on this one, make it 1,000. As long as you keep bringing me stuff like this, sure. Do we how much? Okay, cool. We actually have enough karma. Charisma, we're gonna get our spirit control up to 4. Then we're gonna go down to willpower and carry on our magic things. Spirit summoning is actually really useful, but like, it depends if we have a spirit that we can summon. It's a big thing. At a glance, you can tell that's Sam's sister. Jessica is from a different world. The opposite of Sam in almost every way. Her suit is tailored, her eyes are sharp, and her suit exudes authority. Miss Watts, Jessica Watts? She eyes you up and down warily. She does a good job of hiding it, but it's clear that she's outside of her comfort zone. Yes, and you are... My friends call me Wildfire, and I count Sam among them. That's funny, I didn't think Sam had any friends. Quality over quantity, I suppose. I'm sorry, it's just that it doesn't match a picture of Sam I've had in my head all these years. She shakes free the thought, attempts at a lukewarm smile. So you're one of them. So you're the one then. The one who's I was called about. A woman called herself Coyote connected me this morning to inform me that her brother was dead. My brother was dead and that I should come into this place to speak to someone about an investigation. That's right, and I'm hoping I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. And I appreciate you coming all this way. I'm guessing Barons isn't where you want to be. I must admit it isn't. None of this is. She then furrows her brow regarding you more cautionally. You're not the police, are you? No, I am not. That a problem? Her frown grows more pronounced. No, it's just that I don't want anyone else hurt on the account of my brother. Surely there's an official police investigation on. Why not let the professionals handle this? Lone Star professionals? Not the ones I've seen. But you must have better things to do than waste your time searching for whoever killed my lowlife of a brother. First, Sam was my friend, and second, being paid. I'm not gonna. Okay, so all of them is going to. All of them is saying that we're getting paid for this, which is something I wouldn't want to say if I was actually playing a character, because you don't usually disclose if you're a Shadowrunner that you're being paid. First, Sam was my friend, and second, I'm being paid for my troubles. She seems generally surprised. Someone's paying you? You find it hard to believe that someone who really knows Sam would put up the money. Who is it? I'm afraid that's on a need-to-know basis. This is ridiculous. He was my brother, and you seem really shaken up by his death. Fine, I'll pay you 100, just tell me. Done, Sam Watts. Okay, I just got 100 new yen. Nice. I don't understand. It's called a dead man switch. It triggers when he's dead, when he died. And I am to believe that a drunken soul of brother hired you to find the person who killed him after he died. Her boredom mask drops momentarily. In a sigh, she relieves a glimpse of real emotion. I left sad to get away from Sam and his bullshit. Now I'm back. He's dead, and I still have to deal with him. Jessica composes herself and breathes in, a mask back in place. Listen to me, Wildfire. You seem like a decent person, but I'm trying to move on with my life. Our mother killed herself last year, and Sam was Sam, you know? I've worked so hard to put my life and family issues behind me, I don't want to see this drag on. I would love nothing more than to give you closure and quickly. I appreciate that, but I think I'd prefer just to let it be. No one needs to get hurt. Had my back when I need. Yeah. Your brother had my back when I needed him. I can't walk away from this. We're talking about the same man. My brother was worthless, Wildfire. Worthless. He used people. She sighed. She's done. Never mind. I can see that you're not gonna let this go. I respect that you are honoring my brother's memory in your own way, but I hope I can understand how emotional this is for me. Jessica's demeanor changed from reluctant to helpful in a smile, single meditative breath. Maybe I can do things in a way that would please Carl. Maybe I can help you. What do you need? When was the last time you saw or spoke to Sam? It's been ages, I can't remember. The bartender here recalls Sam complaining about arguments with his sister. I don't know what he says. Maybe he's dwelling on the past when he's in his cubs. We certainly argued enough when we were younger. Where were you on night of Sam's murder? I was overlooking. I will overlook the implied accusation and tell you that I was in a fundraiser all evening. A very crowded fundraiser. Did Sam have any enemies? Sam's biggest enemy was Sam. I do not know any of others. You would likely know better than me these days. Are you and your brother close? I think I've made my feelings about Sam pretty clear, don't you? You don't seem to care whether this killer's faces justice. Of course I want justice. I just can't let him drag me down again. Show her a picture of Sam as children. I don't know why we just did that. That's a bit... I don't get how that carries on logically from what we last said. Jessica takes a photo from you gradually, as it might sting her, but the guard drops momentarily before she looks at it. Where did you find this? Sam's bunk. I can't believe you kept this. It's one... You look so much happy. You look so much alike as kids. And happy. She smiled through the brief relief. We are twins, partners in crime, best friends. What happened between you two? Things were different back then. We were different. We were family. Then, after our father died, things began to change, and we couldn't get back to... Okay. Sorry. We couldn't get back to a new normal. With our dad around, there was always a reassurance order to our lives. But after that, everything got mixed up. You can never really appreciate the importance of a person in your life until they're gone. Remorse plays across her eyes. It seems that she's not just talking about her father. Jessica then stills herself and tells the rest. Sam tried to be the man of the house. He truly did, but he couldn't handle it, and pretty soon he spent every dime of our father's life insurance. Every dime. After that was gone, with Mum working 2-3 jobs, he spent all her money too. I can stand the way he abused her trust, so finally I just left. She holds her photo forward, one part ready to wrinkle her shit along the past, and another to look. May I keep this? Sure, I got what I need from it. Thank you. tell me about your mother and death. She was a devoted Catholic. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say she sacrificed her life for Sammy, but she turned a blind eye to what Sam was becoming, refused to acknowledge his downward side. I couldn't watch her do that anymore, so I moved out. After I left, we drifted further and further apart. I wasn't here when she died. In fact, I didn't even know about it until I returned to Seattle 5 months ago. Where were you living before you moved back here? Calfrey. Is California called Calfrey, Shadowrun? God, I need to remember my law. What brought you down here? It was less of what brought me here and what made me leave here. I felt lost in Seattle, so I moved to California to see if I could find myself. And did you? Actually, yes. While I was there, I developed a whole new outlook on life, a vision of the world could become, and came back here to make it happen. I've taken enough of your time. Thank you, Miss Watts. Just as well, I need to get back to the office. But before you go, you should go. You should know that I'm reinterring my mother's body tomorrow. I'm arranging to have my son buried with her. The funeral's tomorrow at Our Lady's Ever Blessed Scampton, 7 o'clock. You're more than welcome to come. Thanks. Goodbye. I hope you get what you're looking for. Stay safe. More karma, yay. Okay. We're not going to talk to our... We're going to go buy some stuff. More specifically, armor and spells, because I'm pretty sure we got like the second batch of spells and stuff now, so we can get better magic. Okay, the second, we still can't get better armor yet, which is a bit of a shame, because I'd love some better armor right now. Right about now. Let's see what we got. There's stun, but actually, no, there's not. There's no new magic yet. Okay, that's a shame. That's a shame. Okay, we can live with that. It might be after we do this job. I think is more than likely. I can't remember. I can't remember when like the upgraded stuff comes into the shops. Curry sees you, her eyes glisten with gratitude. There she is, woman of valor. How's Jorno doing? Hard to say. He's pretty burned, malnourished, and dehydrated too. Paco's taking care of him. He's got friends who know about this kind of thing. She smiles. He's a good man, that Paco. The world looks pretty different to me now that I've got Jorno back. You still gonna be a runner? She looks at you confused. Hell yeah, I'm gonna be a runner. I am a runner, Ome. I just play bartender to make ends meet. See you around, and don't forget to about me if you need some backup of your own. We are actually going to use Coyote quite a bit, because she actually has shotgun skills. We don't. And that's important for later in this game. Glad to see you, Wildfire, and you too, Mr. Cool, holding down the fort. As always, though, more people on edge than usual. All gets around above the latest rope of killing, and people aren't feeling safe. And when people feel unsafe, they either go to the ground or they huddle up. You notice how empty the streets are these days? That's because everyone's either locked in their squads, holed up in a place like this, or seeking refuge in the nearest Universal Brother chapter house. Stay safe. Safety in numbers, chummer. Not that we need numbers here, I got that covered. I'll bet you do. A man of your size covers a lot. Take care, big guy. Later. Okay, we need to just go talk to Mr. Delilah and get our Shadowrunners. If I'm right, if you're talking to me in that business transaction, am I right? It's always business with me. I appreciate that about you. Street talk is what you are, is that you are a dangerous individual. What can I do for a dangerous individual? I need to put a crew together. You got a scratch or planning to pay me out of your earnings. I can pay the runners up front. Excellent, we agree on terms. I've got some runners on call if you need special request. Yeah, ready to go, let's see them. Okay, so now we pick our runners. We want a decker, that's one thing. Both of the deckers seem Nephilim Network. Let's check out the Nephilim Network. Well, they have a burnout mage, that's interesting. Oh, combat rigger, that's cool. But we're gonna go with the cheaper options. Because, you know, we're gonna be a little cheap, okay? We're gonna go with the Troll Death Sight, we're gonna go with the Samurai Death Sight. We might actually go for a rig. That's an attack drone. Actually, yeah, we might go for a rigger, because I don't know if deckers are useful in this. Which is more cheaper? Okay, decker's cheaper, so we're going to go with a decker. And that costs 2,300. Not that bad. And okay, cool. We're gonna confirm. Actually, no, we're not gonna confirm because I need to change my equipment. So I need to go down. No, we didn't change my equipment, so I actually have some useful spells. We need to go here, so we're gonna get rid of. We're gonna get rid of this. We need to put haste in. I think, yeah, that's a good mix. 12 damage. Yeah, that's fine. AP damage is way more useful. And we'll go back here. Let's see them, then we'll just go for the same people like we did last time. A Decker and... how do you pronounce this game? A Kagura and a... and Death Sight. Confirm. I don't know if it's actually more beneficial to pay your Shadowrunners up front. I don't know if there's like more benefits to that or not. You return to the dogs to meet Sharon Half Sky. Although the Ripper's latest victims was her brother, but Sharon appears to be cool and professional. A consummate runner by birth, if not by trade. She'll get the job done, and hopefully one of the half spirits in this place can point you towards the Ripper. Dealing with the spirits can be tricky business, but when they deliver, it's pure platinum. One thing that doesn't have any. One doesn't have to be an Adrelian shaman to summon and contact spirits. Anyone with magic talent can do that. But Sharon seems to have a particular connection to the spirit world. As you approach the gate, you know something's not right. The docks are already strange and uncomfortable at night. Triggers the need for caution. Then you see it. The guards are missing, and the gates has been smashed in. I guess like the whole she has a special connection to the spirits thing is reason. Okay, wow, we actually come here anyway. Yeah, no, that's fine. We got haste because haste is just a generally good spell. It stays good throughout the entire game because it just gives you more AP, which means. Okay. How many unspent? I only have 2 unspent combat. Chill game. I only had 2 unspent. About time you showed up. Looks like we aren't the only ones who wanted to take advantage of the situation. A bunch of most have already locked down the area. I don't think they're here for us, though. Maybe, my guess is there's something worth quitting. Damn, I was hoping this was going to be a milk run. Me too. Figured we'd sneak past a few Lone Star sentries, but I at least saw 4 mercs out there with big guns than the Lone Star carries. Milk run? I still need to... I haven't... I've finished this game, but I haven't finished Dragonfall or Hong Kong. I assume they did. I might play them after this. I'm probably gonna play Dragonfall and Hong Kong after this, but I won't play a mage throughout all the games. I'm probably gonna... If I do Dragonfall, I'm probably going to do a rigger decker in Dragonfall, and I'm probably going to do a physical adept in Hong Kong. You there, this block is off limits. There's a gas leak over docks here, no loitering. This guy doesn't seem to be one of the hired mercs. Hey, are you even listening? Get out here. Shara. Hey guy, really guy, they aren't paying enough for this, especially not once Lone Star sends a response team. Frag, I knew that she was lying to me, told me jamming all Lone Star channels. Damn it, I'm out of here. Yeah, I assume they, like... I've played a bit of Dragonfall, but yeah, this game is a bit clunky at times. And this isn't, like, actually how a Shadowrun campaign goes, sadly. I've never had a Shadowrun campaign go like, this is the style of game. It's usually mission by mission based thing. Our first thing he's going to do is we're going to... Damn it, we've only got 1 action point, so we're just going to hide behind some cover. Sharon, on the other hand, she has actual haste, so we're going to cast it on me. Because I have more useful stuff than most people. Okay, so we're going to... Never had a Shadowrun game. I've had a couple. Do I recommend the tabletop game? I would say play it with people who've already played it before, because character creation in Shadowrun is a little fiddly. I've only ever played it, used it. I've only ever used the Chunma program, which is a thing which just allows you to make characters. But it makes character creation so much more easier and digestible because it is an annoying thing to do, in my experience. Though I'm not the greatest person at making characters, but I do really want to play an AI one time in Shadowrun, because that seems really fun. I mean, I mostly, for this is just me, I mostly, if I don't, I try and there's obviously online groups that you can look for. I missed. Hopefully that still hit something. I still hit something, never mind. There's online groups, you can try and check Roll20, but that's a bit of a coin toss whether you'll get a good group or not. And plus, Roll20 sometimes has pay to play things, which I just find weird personally. Because I'm like, why would I pay to play a game? But just my I've done 2 campaigns in Shadowrun. One where I was playing Deckers. I really like Deckers, I've realized. One Decker was a one Decker was a... Let me actually stop this wind spirit from actually moving. One was a Decker, which used to be part of a big corporate group, and I gave it cover accidentally, but that's fine. And as long as I blocked it off from doing much. I played a corporate Decker who was just who quit their megacorp job to become a Shadowrunner, and they had military grade stuff in the back of their vehicle. So they had this giant robot drone in the back of their vehicle with a minigun on top of it. They were fun to play. Another one was just I forget. Oh, it wasn't a Decker. It was an elf sniper, which was pretty fun to play actually. I got a lot of stuff out of that. That was my first time ever playing Shadowrun, and I was a elf sniper. We show up to a situation, and my first roll was a crit to shoot this dwarf, and I managed to let's just run through here. So be safe. First roll was a crit, which was insanely nice, and I used that to bounce a bullet off the back of a a pipe and managed to get the dwarf down. That was insanely fun. Their character was, at least. We need to cast haste. We're gonna cast it on ourselves for the time being. As we're gonna make our way up. Okay, she is not doing so well, so we're gonna heal and reload. Then again, rolling in Shadowrun's... I don't know how I feel about rolling in Shadowrun, because rolling in Shadowrun you have to the main thing for rolling in Shadowrun is d6s, and I think it's above a 5 is a hit. If I'm remembering correctly, is a success. So sometimes it's a really high. It's one of those systems where you've got to roll really high to make it useful, kind of deal. I'm just gonna have a wind barrier here for my own personal needs. so I've got some cover from their bullets. Yeah. Shadowrun's like, it's hard. I find it hard to recommend Shadowrun, but it's a good tabletop game. It's just hard to recommend. We're just gonna not. Shadowrun, you fill a bucket with dice and spend 5 minutes counting system. Not always. I would say that's more Exalted. If you've ever played Exalted. Oh god, I got stuck in my own wind tunnel. Exalted is have a bucket of dice and hope you have enough. Because you don't get a lot of dice in Shadowrun. Like, Exalted is designed to break. That's fine. I would say Exalted is like, Exalted is a game inspired by Chinese mythology, so it's much more like playing Dragon Ball Z and the Journey to the West kind of deal than like normal knights and fantasy. And because of that, your main characters break the games. They're designed to be like superhuman god level things. Yes, you play Solas, which are designed to be the best at something, and the 5 classes of Solas are designed to be good at one specific thing, and you basically become a god at that thing. Like, so if you want to play a combat character, you can just destroy everyone in combat. You're designed to be very good at that one specific role that you've got in the party, and it's pretty fun when you do. Like, at character creation, I can make, if I want to play a thief, I can make a thief character who just can turn invisible. Just straight up invisible. Just that's a character creation. That's without like doing any big things. Yeah. So I hear Chinese mythology and I'm thinking, oh, yeah, like you beat up gods. Like gods are like a common threat to you. I've heard that. I wish I was an Exotic game. I might play Jade Empire because like Jade Empire is the closest to the Sign of style. It is really fun, but the problem is because like you can be so overpowered, combat takes forever because you have these overpowered people fighting other overpowered people, and you all have a bunch of dice to roll. It also has one of my favorite things in a tabletop system called stunting, where you gain extra dice for describing your actions as cool as possible. Which is a really neat feature, and I love that feature, because it's like, yeah, I've only ever played Exalted on computer. I would be like, yeah, we're rolling this on computer, because we're not going to get enough dice physically for this. Yeah, rule of cool, that's what it's about. It's a really fun idea, because it encourages people to actually like describe their actions in details and do like cool little flares for it. It's one of my favorite systems in it. You head inside the darkened warehouse with Shannon. Her eyes have the far-off gaze associated look into the astral plane. When the world changed, the Native American tribes made a resurgence as well, demanding a place in the New World. They got the /Side Council now represents 8.6 million Armoreds across multitudes of tribes. Mac, blah blah blah, and others. They've adapted to awakening better than other nations thanks to a deeper connection with the world, both physically and spiritually. You see that connection alive now in Shannon. You notice the shift in her focus as she returns to the player present. She nods to you. She can sense the spirits in this place. Now she just needs to find them. Like, I'm one of those people who's like, yeah, no, I want to play an overplayed, powerful character in a tabletop game. Not because I want to be overpowered, but because it's just fun and cool. Okay, we gotta deal with these people. We're gonna cast haste on ourselves first. But yeah, Exalted is one of my... Like, I love, like, a lot of White Wolf. White Wolf made Exalted... Well, technically it's on its path now. But I like a lot of... the system which Exalted uses is called the Storyteller system, and I like a lot of their games. It's the same system... I'm a bit of a pack. That's fine. You can do a lot with that's one of the things where it's like, yeah, Exalted can be a bit of a power game thing. Currently, the character that I've created currently for like a different game, it's called, the game's called Mutants and Masterminds. It's a game where you basically make your own superheroes. And I've got a power which makes my character immortal to a point where if they die, they come back just in the next turn. I'm gonna throw that down here. And we are going to not do that. We might do that, but we're gonna do it over here. So yeah, Mutants and Masterminds. This was like my first time actually making a character, so I'm not too sure on the systems. So I'm sure if someone's more familiar with it, they'd be like, yeah, no, you made that wrong. But for the purposes of it, it's I made like my character is immortal for like if I do a specific thing. Like if they gotta do something to become immortal, but they can become immortal if they want to. Yeah, I've played a lot of Mutants and Masterminds. Again, I've mostly played storyteller systems like Scion, which I think is really cool, but I wish Scion got a video game adaptation one of these days, but I doubt it will ever do. Scion is, if you've like heard of Percy Jackson, it's kind of the same thing where like you're playing a character who's a child of a god. And in Scion, you go from being a lowly hero to a god yourself. So that's a really fun like dynamic as you. Oh, you're familiar with Scion? Yeah, it's really cool. I love Scion. Mainly because I'm a huge mythology guy. I really like mythology, so I'm just like, yeah, no, let me play my favorite mythos and stuff. Again, I've also, like, again, storyteller system. I enjoy World of Darkness, like Vampire Masquerade and stuff like that. But, which surprisingly is getting a lot of games just outside of Bloodlines too. Like what is it? What's getting like there's a couple visual novels of Vampire Masquerade out right now. I wish they stopped focusing on Vampire Masquerade. I have nothing against it. Bloodlines is a masterpiece of a game, but it's not my favorite in the setting. So there's a guy over here, but he's outside of our range. There he is. Damn it! All my like hastes wore off at the same time. There's a couple of people around here. We're gonna shield ourselves in this little corner with our air. Yeah, that's cover to us. And cast to us. Yeah. I've played quite. Like, I haven't played a lot. I've played, strangely, for someone who, as I will say, I like tabletop games. I haven't played all that much Dungeons and Dragons. I'm currently got myself into a Dungeons and Dragons game, which I'm very excited for. But I haven't played that much Dungeons and Dragons over my time of playing tabletop games. I'm not saying Dungeons and Dragons is bad, it's just I haven't played it a lot compared to other systems. We need to get this guy out here because he's our big. Do you even have a better weapon? The two big things. There's two big things and one small thing. Yeah, that's understandable. There are games where, and I'm not much of a role. There are games where like you can go lighter on role playing if you wish, and scheduling is big. Like, it's really annoying for me because obviously. Going with the little war thing here with my Vtuber. Time zones as hell. I've tried playing 5e and I felt like it is some sort of mechanics. I mean, yeah, there's a couple things for it. I'm one of those people who like light systems, but 4E might be up more your lane, because it's much more tactical in 4E than other versions. Though I haven't played much 4E. Yeah, I understand that. I get that. 4E is much more tactical because the easiest way to say it is 4th edition of Dungeons and Dragons plays more like an MMO because you have abilities on which go on cooldown and you can only use once per this encounter. I think I've tried to. I don't know how you set Avalon windows. I can't help you there. I'm sure there's other ways, but God, we are not getting good shot rates right now. I've heard yeah, it's a bit weird, but it's much more like a. It plays much more like an MMO. Like I've heard if you've ever if you want my friend said if you ever want to play like a Sword Art Online game, kind of style game, you'd go with 4E because it actually plays like an MMO with more tactical choices and stuff. And having played one game of it, yeah, it is that. Aside from my dice suck. I suck at rolling dice. My dice hate me for the most part. I was not rolling well that day, I say. I had 2 abilities, the same dice roll to actually do damage, and one of those abilities missed every single time. We'll hit this guy eventually. Let's just skip to the troll. Yeah, 4 is a bit weird, but I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just not. It's just not like it's just not normally like what Dungeons and Dragons normally is. But I would say 4A if you're more in if you're more into that tactical mindset of how instead of role playing, I think you can get a lot more out of 4A than other role playing games if that is your mindset. Because it's much more because you have to be way more tactical and working with the group to figure stuff out than usually what I am doing. We're just stacking everyone up on this door so we can all go through together at this point. Because there are guys in here, but we gotta awkwardly wait for the turn. I'll heal up as this turn goes on. But yeah, there's a bit of weirdness in falling, but I don't want to open the door, that's a big thing. And we'll get in here. We can open it now. We're going to end everyone's turn, so we're going to quickly do what I call just stacking up on magic effects and it sounds more my Siege, so Pathfinder seems cool as well, but I feel like don't worry, I will say this. Don't worry, most groups understand that you have to start somewhere, and I would say it's always better to have someone who knows what they're doing in your group than not. If you don't know something, you can ask other people. That's the best thing about having people with experience in your group. I will say that. Because sometimes, going from personal experience, if none of you know what you're doing in the group, it can lead to some bad effects at times. Though fun effects, because no one really knows what the rules are. So, yeah. I play Pathfinder actually, so I can comment on that. I'm more of a role-playing person, but Pathfinder does have a lot of things if you're more into tactical stuff. And it has a lot of cool I like how Pathfinder did its archetypes, I think is what the term is. Because in that system, unlike 5th edition, since you said you've played a bit of 5th edition, instead of picking your what you specialize in at level 3, you can get archetypes which can totally change how your character plays from the ground up, and that is so much cooler to me. Someone who knows what they're doing would be good. I don't want to. Yeah. Again, I would say if you really want to get into it, maybe try some stuff on role-playing. Again, that's a bit of a coin toss because it is just random people online. Back in a minute. Yeah. Again, my biggest advice is just, if you don't have anyone to play in real life, just try looking on Roll20 for something that you would find interesting. Roll20, again, a bit of a coin toss, because it is just random people online, so you don't really know them yet. But you may find some interesting games on there. Again, I don't know how easy it would be to find 4E, but I'm pretty sure 3.5 and Pathfinder is still pretty popular. From my personal experience of like what I've played. Oh, that guy's an enemy. I didn't notice that guy there. But yeah, Pathfinder has like archetypes from level 1, which changes all your abilities, and that is so cool to me, because I would rather have like a character which feels straight up like very unique from right off the bat than not. Like, I know there's one for Cavalier, which is basically a class which requires horses. Like, oh, you're a knight. You're a knight with a horse, basically. And one way you can just get Ghost Horse, so you can be like Ghost Rider. So there's one where it's called Undead. I forget what it's called. It's called Undead Champion, I think, for Cleric, where you can basically become a Necromancer. There's a lot of cool. What did I pick up? Every slide recorder. Cool. There's a lot of cool things in Pathfinder. Plus, Pathfinder's free online, so you don't need any books for it. That's one of its best advantages. You can find all the information about Pathfinder online. And while some books have some information that you can't get online, you can get most of the stuff that you need online. Yeah, there's can you drop links in Twitch chat? I'm pretty sure you can. Hang on, let me get it for you. Let me actually say the website name. Let me quickly look it up. Hang on, let me quickly look it up. I'm just gonna check if my okay, let me quickly look it up on my phone. Pathfinder. It's a website. Yeah, I will. Hang on, let me get up on my web. Let me quickly get up, because I will drop it for you, because it's a because you can get like a lot of the stuff that you need for Pathfinder online without buying any books, which super useful, super useful. And I'm just checking that you can't, you can't see my web browser. That's good. What was it? Okay. We'll go back to Shadowrun and yeah, this is it. Cool. Let me post this here. There. That's the link. That's the link to the website where you can get most of the stuff, information regarding Pathfinder, from everything from like classes to monsters and races. I played a lot of Pathfinder in my time. My favorite character, while it didn't get very far, was a mermaid who hated people who walked on land. That was a fun character to play. They joined the party after the party described the concept of a desert to them, and it kind of just broke their mind that a place without water exists. They were a fun character. Whoops, no, I don't need it. I need to talk to these souls. But that's the website with most of the stuff. The air grows cold, and the spirits of the dead children conceal from the vapor of your breath. Their cherubic-like faces are burnt, and their lips quiver as they are about to cry. But their eyes are round and vacant as they glare at you, unblinking. Also, one cool thing about Pathfinder is the Aasimar and Tiefling stuff. You can just roll for like what demonic and angel features you have. That's, if you like randomness, that's pretty neat. We are the innocents who have perished in the flames, choked on smoke as we fell from the sky, crying for our mothers. You bring anchors to our world, which was once home to us, and we all use them to testify. Show the first magic fetish to the creature. We no longer see the world of flesh, Seeker, only the essence and auras of living things. Words, though, words echo through the veil, and sometimes you may hear them. Last night, this place was filled with screams, and that went on and on, drawing us to it. It was a man crying out for a witness as he died, and we came to bear his witness, but fled in terror before the malevolent spirit that profound a man's remains. This spirit was another. It was not of this place. It had twisted its way through the veil and through the dark to come. Show the second magical fish. When the other had gone and we returned to the vigil, let me close my web browser quickly. I just noticed it's still open. One of you would call us an elf, sullied by technology and able to channel the energies of the cosmos. Yet his spirit was corrupted from within. He was dark and twisted, not like the others, so we did not flee. The second one we knew was a troll. Ribbons of his essence had been flayed from him, leaving him cold machinery behind. His aura was the aura of a simple one, confused. Between elf and troll lay the remains of a man whose sister now chants for his justice. The elf, his essence remains in this place. Where the man died, something else is left behind. A small part of him, perhaps. Show the third magic. Though us shall bear witness and hear the words of the elf. Prepare yourself. Your stomach lurches at the spirit's pours into you. A heavy pressure settles somewhere deep within your soul. You'll simultaneously feel like a driver and passenger as time folds on itself, and you experience the moment after the murder that took place here, the night before. You don't so much see the elf and the troll as feel them. You idiot! There's no need to antitize him. He's already dead. Sorry, doctor. I usually put them out before you go to work at them on the hospital. Did this one volunteer too? He lets out a giggle. Yes, they all volunteer. Just like I volunteered for this bit of butchery. Well, I would, I'll carry on talking more about, like, tabletops after I finish this story beat. Our presence grows weary. Spirit, can you tell us more? The spirit is fade, but there's one. Its eyes harden, and it takes full measure of you. It commits everything you know. It commits everything about you to memory. No, we must not stay. With the spirits gone, the young shaman releases her hold on a magical tether connecting her to the other realm. She reels from a backlash, or perhaps from an emotional toll of knowing her brother's last moments. They saw him. They saw him where he died. You alright? She takes a series of controlled breaths, only shuddering with the first few. No, but I will be. I didn't want that for him. Not those poor souls have endured. My brother deserves to be free. He will be once we find the killer. Yes, the elf and the troll. We have to find that piece of the elf that the spirit spoke of. It's our best hope of stopping this. But I would love to say, like, oh hey, if you're more of a power gamer and like want more like gameplay, if you play 4E, this is what you should play. I haven't played 4E enough to know that big chunky information. I've only ever played 2 classes in it. So again, 4E is a bit weird. I don't know how many people actually play it, but I'm enjoying it so far, I'll say. Blood. This is what the spirits wanted us to find. The piece of my brother's killer. It's not much, but it's enough. She scowls at it, looking for every bit of tent. She reaches through a small sample and dismantles the owners from afar, and perhaps she can. Is it enough for a target spell? All I need is a drop, and adequate time. But I'm still feeling quite drained. I'll need to rest before I can try anything that's so involved. When I'm able, I'll commune with the bear, consult with spirits. Yeah, I mean, again, the website Roll20 has a lot of games, but that's all I can really recommend. Like a lot of listings. It's up to you to find your own motivation. I can't. I'm able to commune with bear, consult with spirits, and do must what be done. But in the meantime, you might take some portion of the sample to pursue more conventional avenue attack. I have some friends who might be able to help. Yeah. Good luck, and I'll let you know everything about the self-control bar. You should find them. I want to be there when they brought low. I want to see the light leave their eyes for my brother. There's no one else around on my side. But I don't know how much. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna say, hey, someone who doesn't like tabletop, who hasn't played tabletop RPGs, try to play Mage. Would not say Mage is a friendly first game, though it does have some interesting stuff to it. When you return to the Seamstress Union in the early hours of the morning, it seems completely different. Bar feared from its normal crowded haunts. What's Mage? Okay, Mage for Awakening. I'm talking about Mage for Ascension specifically because I'm more familiar with Mage for Ascension. Mage for Awakening is like a remake of Mage for Ascension, but I'm interested even if it's okay. So, Mage for Ascension, you play a mage in modern day, and your magic is whatever you want it to be. So you could be a rune caster believing the Norse gods are real. You could use magical technology, or you could just believe you're using really advanced science. The thing is, magic is free-formed in the system, so instead of spells, you have things you affect. So, like if you have pointed forces, you can affect gravity, lightning, fire, the forces of the world. If you have matter, you can affect inanimate objects. Life affects living objects. And you combine those areas to create effects. So let's say, I'm just running off the top of my head for a quick example. You could add I'm trying to think of my example. You could add, okay, so for example, if you have correspondence, which is space, and forces, you can punch across a distance. Like, you can just send the force of your punch through the air to hit someone else. That's a example of using two forces. And the whole game is kind of built around different belief systems of what magic is. So each character has their own view of magic and what magic is, and it's like, oh hey, how do I use what I have in certain circumstances? When you return to the Seamstress Union in the early hours of the morning, it's a completely different place. The fear from a normal crowd that haunts it. The bar feels dissolent, most abandoned. It's eerie, like the halls back in the hotel and shopping malls. But you still have a break the case, a sample of the Ripper's blood. You just need to find someone who can help you analyze it. The big thing about Mage is without the colourful staff, cast of regulars, and posing tourists, the Union feels hollow. The front bar of the lounge are desolate except for a handful of janitors. Sorry, just reading that. A lot of Mage is about like what your characters believe in, and you can break the game very, very easily once you get to a certain level. Because it's set in the same world that Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines is in. Vampires have nothing on mages. Mages are all about the prep time. So as long as you have the prep time for what you want to do, you can basically do a lot of magic. Gathered around the intimate back bar, Miss Kabuta and her coterie gathers for breakfast. The lady herself is doing the cooking, the smell of sokaf, and something weird. Blah, blah, blah. I can't remember. Can't read that quickly. Ohio, would you like some? She stops. Forgive me, Irma, but you look like you've seen hell. Long night. I want to say Mage is a good first game for World of Darkness. Vampire the Masquerade is much more, but I don't think it fits power game approach because Vampire Masquerade is much more about role playing a vampire, which I'm sure everyone's probably heard of Bloodlines at this point. So you know, it's that Bloodlines is like a great thing of what like Vampire Masquerade is actually like. She looks over at you, noting the signs of the nocturnal activities. She nods. Any run you can walk away from is a good run. I didn't actually get a herd, so I've been told. I can tell you've been busy, and I can see that look on your face. And there's something you need. Is this about the Ripper? Yep, I found some DNA evidence, and I need help analyzing it. That's excellent. I'll unlock the piano so you may go downstairs. I'm certain someone in a safe house will be able to help you if they are awake. It's likely you'll need to visit the Matrix before the day is done. May I take a sausage? You can take a whole plate. Got some food. But yeah, Mage isn't that approachable to begin with, just because of like... I've played quite a bit of Mage, and even I am like, I don't know what some stats do in that game. Evening man, what's word around town, Mr. Cool? There's been some talk of Ripper killings. Some people are saying there are hate crimes on account of all the victims being humans. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I've already eaten my lunch, so I'm like, I'm not that hungry. So, but sausages would be nice. I will say that. Some people are saying that hate crimes on account of all victims being humans. People are just ignorant bastards. Well, I won't go that far. People are just too quick to label something a hate crime. Check the census. The city is 66% human. Close your eyes, throw a rock. You're likely to hit a human. Doesn't make it a hate crime. Still a crime though, and that should be enough. Yeah, and Edward. That's an interesting spelling of ours. But yeah, should probably get something to eat though. Yeah, food, breakfast is good. This is the first real rise you see out of Mr. Cool, but he reins himself back with his rolls of thick shoulders and a smooth of his jacket. Don't worry, I'm not going to start throwing rocks. Wouldn't want to reinforce the stereotype. I'll leave you to your business, man. And we're going to go into the Matrix, which I don't know how fun that's going to be, considering we're not a Matrix character. We're a magic character. We've been doing a lot of legwork on this job, but it seems to require a trip to cyberspace and back to the ID the Ripper. The Matrix, a cybernetic analog of the inside the grid, the worldwide computer network, a digital information brought to life. Inside cyberspace, you'll find your avatar does work for you, while your meat body is left behind. All around, your avatar are pathways to others' nodes filled with data, IC, counter-instructive programs, and other jacked-in runners. Cyberspace has many dangers as the meat world, and more. Locked doors, security countermeasures, and black ICs that can fry the Decker's brain. Even every movement you make in the Matrix can be tracked if you are careful. Getting dumb shocked out, your brain gets fried a bit. Get hit by an enemy Decker, and you can die. I do need to play more Mage. It's just Mage is very hard to find people who want to play Mage. Mage isn't the friendliest game, as I mentioned. And I do have an idea for a Mage character, but a fairy shaman idea, but I need someone to play. I need a game, and I'm not. And finding people to play Mage is a lot different. It's very difficult, especially for that idea. Morning, you look like you've been up all night. You look like you've seen some action too. Suppose I could use a shower. You here to buy equipment? Negative, need a DNA analysis. Fry can help you out with that. Dog Castle equipment isn't really set for that, he considers a minute. However, I could empty a semiconductor chip. It could decode the DNA using a voltage charge instead of light. That would examine the use of highly experimental equipment that would be required otherwise. He brightens. I just had a journal about it with information still fresh. Frankly, it should be easy. What do you want to know about it? The owner's identity. That's beyond me. All I can do is get you the gene code sequence. That is still quite impressive. But that's where I come in. David, if you could get me a code sequence, I'm pretty sure we can track it down its own as a Matrix run. Will do. Let me handle the DNA while you give the test. Give me the blood. I have actually... There's one other character for a one-shot game that I had for Shadowrun, which was a dragon. And they were fun to play. I don't... Being a dragon cost most of my character points. But, you know, I gotta be a dragon. And it was fun, because they were they were dealing with cyberpunk levels of debt for living in an apartment and being a dragon. Because they can't cast a spell to keep themselves human when they're asleep. Wildfire. When David gives you the sequence, I'll jack in and help you trace the blood sample back to the source. Wiz, get to work. A question, may whose? I think it's Ripper's blood. No, Drek. He turns to Johnny excited. Wake up, Johnny boy. We got work to do. And Wildfire, if you need any gear, I'll be right here. I just got second wind. Me and my Rick, Wildfire. I don't have any decking ability, so... And we have 15 points of karma, baby. Nice. Not enough to get a new etiquette, but actually... Can summon 2 spirits from the same summoning point. That's nice. That is very nice. That is super nice. You got a lot of karma now. And mangroves, that's it. I was hoping some peace and quiet tonight. You got something for me? I got a flight recorder. Damn it, we don't have corporations. Yeah, it would happen to be Ares. Flight recorder wanted it. Some very powerful buyers are looking for that. I can deal. Okay, we got our money back at least from the Shadowrun. Also, deckers are one of the reasons Shadowrun is a very weird tabletop game to play, because I'm sure, like, if you play one of this in the game, you notice that they get free turns in cyberspace while everyone else is outside. Imagine that, but around a table and everyone taking different turns. It takes a while. Thanks to a semiconductor-based gene sequence system that David employed, we should have the information we need to track the rip in the Matrix. And I want to play as AI in Shadowrun, where it's entirely Matrix stuff. So that's going to be interesting. I'm impressed with his results, considering it was his first attempt. But he was utilizing a unproven technique he'd read about in his science journal, and he's working from memory on a minimal step. That's professional. That's great. That's fascinating. If sometime later, maybe he'll tell me more about it. Yes, maybe. You can sit down with David and he can share his research, but let's focus. Yeah, me and no experience. Here's what I'm talking about. We hit the Lone Star DNA database to see if donors ever prime criminal records. They have an extensive DNA archive. We can go hunting based on what we find. Let's hit the decks and jack into the Matrix. I can get into a private grid easily, but I'll warn you, once we're in there, it can get a little rough. How much decking experience do you have? None. I have a TroneNet here. It's an ad band. You wear it. Lets you piggyback into the Matrix. You'll see an error after I do. Okay, what does... Okay, he has enough programs that I'm happy. He has... Hang on. I'm gonna quickly see something. God damn it. Yeah, we're just going into it. Your synapses light up as you connect to your conscious to the digital world. Although you aren't jacked in like Johnny, the sensation is overwhelming. Electrifying. You can only imagine what it feels like for him. First thing first is we get our attack program. Sadly, unlike if I was playing a Decker, Johnny here doesn't have a bunch, like 5 programs with him. That's usually how I play a Decker. I just get as much programs as I can with me. Didn't store the hand. Okay, I'm gonna go up here then. Yeah, monsters. I love playing a Decker, they're really fun. Time to mop up some little deer boys, yes. Like this thing over here, it never explains to you, but if you get into red, it's bad news basically. That's the alert system. And once I guess at this point, it means they've spotted you in their systems and you'll have to deal with more enemies. I wish I was playing my own Decker from my previous playthrough because I would have, because it makes this segment a lot better, easier if you're an actual Decker. Sure, but like it never explains what this bar is. It never explains what this bar is. It's just like, oh, here's like a bar. It goes up like sometimes. And like one of the powers you get as a Decker, which I don't know if he has. Does he have this power? Does he have suppression? Yeah, he has suppression. Reduces alarm state by 4. I don't know exactly what that means. Can I cast this? We'll cast this to see like if it goes down. Because I'm pretty sure it will. Yeah, like you don't have any idea of like how numerical that is. It's just one thing that bothers me. Yeah, they might have. They probably did, because like they've got better at making games from what I know. So I do know that I will probably play a Decker in Dragonfall because I like Deckers. But I've already played one in this game, so I didn't want to do the same playstyle again. Even though it makes this it makes the stuff a lot easier. Subject: Phallus Forsburn. Status: decreased. Profession: chop shop surgeon assistant. Priors: breaking and entering. In public indecency, brought into question on accusations of unlicensed plastic surgery. No charges were filed. 100% match for a dead man. Let's keep looking. Let's just go through this one. And let's bring our boy. Again, what I love doing in Matrix sections like this is I just summon all my minions and just spread out across it. Because your minions can split out from you, so... I'm gonna... Whoops, I did not mean to do that. We might actually send our little boy off to the other area, because I'm pretty sure we can deal with these enemies. I'm pretty sure we can. Okay, no. I just wasted a turn. Never mind. We'll get Johnny to go over here. News that one. Return of subject Phallus Forsberg. The body of Salus, a chop shop surgical assistant, was found in an apartment in someplace earlier this week. The body has been there for as long as a month when Forsberg's landlord noticed a rancid smell and contacted the authorities. Lone Star protesters issued a statement saying Forsberg's death has been ruled a suicide, according to reports. His body has mass puncture wounds, and the case of death has been determined to be an overdose on anti-stress medications and sedatives. Man employers claim he was a dedicated employee, though he suffered from a bout of depression. Forsberg's next to kin could not be located, but the attorney pointed to his estate as a locator well-written prior weeks, leaving all his belongings to his psychiatrist. The identity of the psychiatrist has not been released due to privacy concerns, yet another sad end of life is too far common in the sprawl. I want to point out one real cool thing in my Jack outline. Yeah, we can... yeah, we'll just Jack out. Oh, damn, I jump shot him. That was a mistake. One cool thing is that there was foreshadowing for this, like, early in the game. I'm always impressed by this game. I love it. It's really good writing. So, that's what we know. Our DNA evidence belongs to a dead man. Ah, God, I should have gotten the magic. I should have gone and completed the whole thing. Never mind. His death has now been explained. He worked with the chop shop, which fits with living guy you must have met. The newsnet says his life is... he left his instinct to his psychiatrist. Maybe finding out whose psychiatrist will give us our clue next. And he doesn't see so much that well. But then I realized they mean tiny needle punches, not just bullets. Yeah, they should have worded that better. Actually, yeah, because when you say puncture wounds, you imagine something like a lot bigger. My gut says that we can deck into medical board records and reserve fund yet. Punch me in. Let's go through here. Okay, we got monsters. Let's actually explore this one fully, because I jumped out a bit too quickly for the last one. Let's just try and get rid of that one right now. Damn, I missed. Never mind. Because Matrix actions, well, this is why I don't like Deca NPCs, because they're never as good as you can make them as a player character. Which makes sense. You don't want your... Victim found with 75 million punch wounds, cause of death over. We could just said cause of death overdose is one thing. Medical records. 2020 to 2030. One particular psychiatric entry stands out from the rest. Child suffers from chronic depression and social anxiety, most likely caused by his physical abnormalities. We've seen many cases like this recently, with the outbreak of changeling children being, oh, he's a changeling! Ah, that explains it. Being born with adherent physiology. We've seen there's no telling what sort of brain functions are affected. Prescribed a series of sedatives, last a year. This seems to have no effect, opting delusion. Okay, so like quick Shadowrun thing. Changelings is just like a thing, which is like a magical condition where you have like any abnormality you want, and it's who's this about again? This is about the guy we're looking for, the killer, the Ripper. Changing is just magical, like physical things, and they range from one point where it's like, oh, your eyes are like gold, to like 3 points where you have like antlers and like you're physically different from everyone else. One particular entry stands out from the rest. Okay, we already heard that one. 2030 to 2040. Data missing or corrupt. Contacting administrator to help. 2040 to present. The fire is quite large and takes over well an hour to read through the entry, however, it has the most significant thing. It is written by Dr. Henry Holmes. Salas has overcome significant mental disorders and no longer goes through periods of violent episodes. Lastly, medications have been proven effective, but I believe that has been treated by another elf has significantly impacted his treatment. Unfortunately, my efforts to maintain an emotional boundary with him have proven challenging. He is bound to me in an unhealthy and frankly unnerving way. His hero worship exhibits itself in the form of mimicry, speech patterns, and adopting my dress. For this reason, and for the health of my patient, I'm assigning another doctor to his case. I will inform him next session. So, the guy was crazy. Is what you learned. Okay, monsters. Black IC. Okay, that's a problem. Black IC are dangerous IC, which can kill you in real life. I've had them on several characters I've played. Several decks I've played. Ooh, okay, we are getting... Actually, no, he's fine. Johnny's fine. I've had Black IC. I've had a character use Black IC against my character before, which... Not gonna say, which was fair in the tabletop game, but like, you know, like that was the character's prerogative to use that. But hey, like, man, don't use Black IC. It's kind of a jerk move unless you're not literally trying to kill someone. Mental board. Employment records located. Henry Holmes. Blah blah blah. Currently checks status. Dr. Henry Holmes currently holds the position of Chief Psychiatrist in the Ministry at Mercy Mental Hospitals, blah blah, Washington, UCAS. Previous employers, different psychiatric places. Okay, cool, I've put that. Okay, jack out. I can jack out in turn. Boop. I don't care, because there's nothing else there. Oh, we got 6 common, nice. Reality is at the end of the day contextual, and when the meat world comes back into focus, your head once again tries to settle on which world is real. While the philosophical question lingers, your meat body demands food and drink. You disconnect from your deck and find your way to the Union safe house has risen. We are gonna buy. I'm pretty sure stuff has changed yet, so I'll take a look. Yes, we can get the next level of armor. We're gonna get Ali Mage armor, which gives us some extra stuff. We're looking like a real mage now. We got like a cloak and everything. And we're gonna sell our old armor because we don't need it. We get some cash back for it. And we're gonna look at what spells we can have. Our Agia looks the same as always. It depends on the run. Like, you can get runs which are really expensive, and our money's not all going back into the game. We're going to have some profits left over. Don't worry. We're going to have some profits left over. Agia looks the same as you always do. So much so that you wonder if he ever takes, eat, or sleeps or drinks. Perhaps his presence on this plane of existence is insatiable enough that he's only subject to the base needs. Or perhaps he just does these things when no one's looking. Dark clouds surround you, my friend, but perhaps there is something I could provide that will help with whatever weighs heavily upon you. Let's see what you got. Powerball, we're taking that. We're gonna take... Clearly, he gets the spirits to style his hair. That's what you would do if you had magic. We're not gonna mana bowl because we don't have, like... We're not gonna use all these spells. I'm definitely gonna use mana ball 2. Power ball 2's definitely. Fireball probably, because, you know. We're gonna get this, because I don't know if we have... We're gonna get the barriers. And haste 2. That's 3,000 cash. Okay. Cool. Shaman spells are worth way much more. Okay, time to redo our spells. Yeah, if you had a connection to the magical plane, wouldn't you have the spirits just help you? Let's go with mage spells first, because mana ball, flame ball. What does more damage? Mana ball or flame ball? No, we're just going to go with Flame Ball, and we're going to have to get rid of this Shaman spell. And we're going to go with Haste 2, because it's better, and Lightning Barrier, because we can't get Flame Barrier. We have a lot of AoE damage, and that's kind of terrifying. But hey, it's fine. Not a lot of single point. What's new in magical world? Well, spirits are stirring. Something has upset the natural order. There's something new, different. I've seen some drag lately, maybe that's what you mean. Adrian takes a hard look at you for what may be the first time, but this time, this is a hard look of a magician whose eyes pierce the veil of reality and borrow for a man's soul. I can see you have met with disturbing visions, but there is something else out there, something not born of life as the spirits are. Shaking his head, Adria ups his clasped hands to you as if begging forgiveness. Too often this world leaves us confounded. I pray I have not left you in such state with my idle musings. No you haven't, man. I know what's going on because I played this game. I'm just looking at my stats to see if there's anything else I would need. Not really. Actually no, let's actually sell some of our spells. We're never going to use Mind Wipe. We're never going to use Armor. We might use Lightning Bolt. We can sell these two because we don't use those. Sure. We got some new yen back at least. There's a cockroach in my egg. That's a protein post. Okay, thanks. Glad I've picked the highest establishment for my workings. David looks almost as tired as you. You can tell that the case has got him under his skin like it has you. Any luck in there? We found the exact match of a DNA, but it's linked to a dead chop shop assistant by the name of Salis Forsberg. Now I have my theories, but what do you think is going on? Salis, maybe Salis faked his death. That's a distinct possibility, but what we saw in the autopsy reports. The face was so mangled they had to use dental records. Yeah, and that's what happened. Good catch. The match with That matches up with stuff I've seen runners try. It's easy enough to find a body shop that will make replicants out of teeth for you, find a scrub off the street no one will miss, swap the teeth out and throw the heat off your trail for a while. Lucky I've never been that desperate. But why would he need to go to all that lengths? Did the police records have something linking him to different crimes? He had prior charge for unlicensed plastic surgery. True, but that wouldn't be too good wouldn't look too good on someone's record if they would want to be a doctor. I think this is beginning to come together. That late Sirs left all his belongings to a doctor. Dr. Holmes' employed record have him as an administrator of Mercy Mental. I have a picture of file matches the person you saw in downtown, the same person that this DNA belongs to. So all the evidence points towards him being a killer, whoever he really is. Yeah, I found two. I have an answer to help. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, but probably go with like if there's like one where they're just doing non-messy homebrew, maybe try and join that one. Homebrew's great once you kind of got a basis to go for. Also, how would you homebrew those systems together? Because 4E works nothing like 3.5 or 5e. Like, I guess you could make it, because like 4E uses like instead of like having like rolling for saves, a creature has to like roll and see if they hit your save threshold. I don't know how you would do that. Yeah, messy. Yeah. God. Just imagine advertising it. Come play this messy. There's nothing wrong. Like, again, I've had messy homebrews, but that's been between friends, and we've kind of like accepted that the game is breaking by its hinges. But, I don't know how you do that. That does sound very messy. Dr. Holmes' employment records have him. Yeah, but we read this. Guess I'm about for a big payday. I'll see. This guy clearly did not want to be found. If I was you, I'd hire a team before heading over. I sideloaded a ton of valuable data from those Lone Star Matrix nodes. Here's your cut. I'll see you later. We are going to hire runners and leave. This is the goal. They need to hire a crew. We don't have as much money as I wish I would have, but, you know. Can we get Coyote on this job? No, I don't think she's on this list. But we are definitely gonna... We're gonna cost a bit. We're gonna get the same deck as we got last time. I'm assuming a samurai is cheaper than a rigger, yeah. Samurai is cheaper than a rigger. Yeah, any combat is a bit expensive. We're gonna go with this guy because he has a shotgun and a gun. Same team as last time, basically. Yeah. Buying into our profits a bit, but that's fine. Confirm. Blood you found at the warehouse belongs to a man masquerading as one Dr. Holmes, and you've tracked him down to Mercy Mental Hospital, located at the notorious anti-metahuman farmlands of Scarlish. The driver... God, we're bringing a troll. We got like a troll... Yeah, we're bringing a troll to like some place which is like anti-metahuman. Not the greatest. Imagine explaining that job. Hey man, we're going on Shadowrun, but we're going to like this really racist place, so good luck. You're getting paid like 1,000 new yen, so you know. You reach for Warden Gate Hospital of the compound. Despite the presence of the security, the gate is unguarded, unlocked and open. No one stops or greets you as you drive up to the large, crumbling building. Gothic ramparts, topped damaged roof, cracked walls and broken windows. All around the building is a lawn gone wild. Only artificial light from within speaks of inhabitants. You walk up to the hospital steps to confront Sam Watt's killer and bring the end to the Emerald City Ripper. Yeah, we've already done our loadout. We got some good stuff. How's everyone else doing? You can bring the grenade. Yeah, no. We got our magic. Got a lot of AoE, so game wise saved. Do I have one? I have unspent common, but I don't know how much. I have 6. Oh, that's enough. Get this up. Actually, no, we need spirit control. Like, I doubt we'll hit the max of our magic, but in this game, but we got like enough. Welcome, ma'am. What's your business at Mercy Male Hospital? I'm here to see Dr. Holmes. New customer. Please wait in the common room. Go up ahead. I'll notify the good doctor. Cool. Please stay within the cafeteria. I think this is where we'll actually be ending the game, so we can deal with the hospital so we can deal with this dungeon coming up all time next Shadowrun stream. Again, thank you for everyone. Thank you for everyone for coming. I will actually save my game right now. Oh, this is it. Thank you for coming. I hope you do find a good 4th game, or any game that you want to play, level 100 egg. And I hope you do enjoy tabletop games. Oh god, I'm looking down again. I don't know what causes my model to do that. I think I just need to accept that at this point. But again, thank you all for coming. Again, level 100A. Thank you for having. Thank you for being here. And again, hope you find a tabletop game that suits you. Yeah, no, I will see everyone next time. Hope you enjoy your days, and next stream will be on Sunday. So I'll see you then. Thank you for coming, everyone.